Hello everybody, and welcome to the second Liftoff Microdrones race. We are going to be starting off the race with Squirkit versus Winston. This will be 3 rounds, and we are doing a round robin bracket. So every pilot will face every pilot in 1v1s until we figure out who's the best for the day. And with that, we are gonna start. Alright, pilots, arm your quads. And they're off. Squirkit is already in the lead around the flag, going right around through the windows. Winston's crashed, coming through the windows now. Squirkit's already through them, already through the balcony, going around through the power loop. Winston is just coming through the balcony now. Squirkit pulling through, going through the skate park, up and over, around the second flag in the track, and has done a lap. Winston just now coming into the skate ramps and coming around, passing over Squirkit as Squirkit comes around and crashes into the window. Crashes into the other window, comes around though and is clean out to the balcony. Winston entering the windows now. Squirkit crashing all over the balconies, giving Winston time to hopefully catch up and maybe secure a first as Squirkit comes through the power loop. Winston now just through the balconies. They're spaced about the same distance as Squirkit comes in to the skate park ramp, coming around through the final flag of the track and through the finish gate. Winston coming around, catching up in second. All right. Okay. Here we go again. All right. And off they go. Squirkit pulling out ahead, holding that lead. Winston overtaking. Winston now in the lead. Squirkit trying to catch. Through the windows, Winston still holding the lead. Going around the balcony. Squirkit pulling a little bit tighter and closing that gap, but crashes. But Winston also crashes. Going around the power loop. Squirkit messing up the power loop. Winston holding the lead into the skate ramps. Around, coming through. Going through the second flag of the track. Squirkit right behind. Through the start finish. Squirkit trying to catch up, but Winston is maintaining that lead. Squirkit overtakes. They are right next to each other as they go into the balcony. Winston trying to catch up, but Squirkit's just widening out that lead through the power loop. They're both clean through it, coming around the corners into the skate park once again. Winston taps the ground, and that is enough for Squirkit to hold it to first again. Now remember, this is the best points. So even though Squirkit right now does have 2 firsts, Winston can still win it. And we're gonna go again. Alright, here we go. Squirkit out in the lead first as Winston comes around trying to catch up. Winston overtakes. Winston now in the lead. Squirkit trying to keep up. Winston going around through the balcony. Squirkit just entering the balcony as Winston enters the power loop. Winston's out far ahead, coming on around through the skate park, around the lamp, and Winston's got a lap done. Squirkit trying to keep up, chasing that red line of Winston through the windows, trying to catch up to the balcony, in the balcony, trying to go tighter, but missing the gates. going down and around, up and over the power loop. Winston out ahead. Squirkit is still behind as Winston comes through the skating park. They're both around the flagger about the same time. Oh, it's going to be super close. And Winston comes in for first just by a millisecond. Oh my goodness. All right, we will be right back as we set up the next group of pilots. All right, we are back. We've now got Winston versus Eclipse. So I am sorry, but there will not be announcing for this one. All right. That is Eclipse first, Winston second. We go again. All right. Winston coming around into the skate park, finishing out the second lap. There we go. All right. Will Winston do it again and take a first at the very last second? that finishes it out. Winston coming around for that final time. That is the end of Winston's racing for the morning. Alright. So, we come in to the third heat with Squirkit versus Eclipse, which, let's go over to our standings. Squirkit is currently down 1 point in comparison to Eclipse, which means if they go back and forth, it is possible for a tie. Here we go. And we are resetting. Here we go, again. Never mind. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Here we go. And Squirkit takes the first one. We are now tied in points. Yeah. Eclipse coming in for the second lap. Squirkit's coming around, entering the final flag. Now, if Squirkit manages to take a first, that will tie it, but if Eclipse takes it, that will be the end. Alright. I believe that takes us to a race-off for the final. Alright. Let's get this set up. Alright, here we go, pilots. It is Eclipse versus Squirkit for the final. And Eclipse takes it. Alright. There we go. That is the end. Thank you all for watching. We shall see you in 2 weeks for a VelociDrone race.